Hello guys, it is T. Renee Smith here, founder of the Authentic Woman's Inner Circle, where we teach you how to overcome fear and limiting beliefs so that you can create and live your authentic life and build a profitable business. Welcome to day number 5 of 21 days to living your authentic life. So for those of you that are just now joining us, the 21 days to live your authentic life is a challenge over 21 days to help you to live authentically in your life, to really work on those mindset shift in those areas that are preventing you from achieving the life, the career, and the business that you want. So over 21 days, we work with you with one step at a time by giving you action assignments and giving you information that is going to change your life and help you to walk into your greatness. Hello there, Simone. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So the reason why we do 21 days is because that is how long it takes to change a habit. And if you miss any one day within those 21 days, you have to start all over again. So for those of you that are new for the challenge, I just wanted to give you an introduction of why we do 21 days to live your authentic life. If you have not registered, make sure that you register at trenesmith.com/authentic. That's trenesmith.com/authentic so that you can receive these teaching emails and action assignments in your inbox every day, because consistency is going to be the key to you being successful. Okay, so yesterday on day number 4, we talked about what is holding you back from achieving success or greatness in your life. And for most of us, it is the personal story that you are telling yourself. So yesterday we did the work. We did some hard work and identifying the personal story that we're telling ourselves. And the personal story is what you continuously say over and over and over again to yourself about why you are where you are in your life. Your personal story can either be empowering to you, or your personal story can keep you stuck. It depends on what you're saying and the message that you're sending to yourself and the tape recorder that's playing over and over and over again in your mind. Because what happens is your subconscious, what you tell it, that's what it believes, and that's what it goes out in this world to attract to you. So it doesn't know the difference between reality and what is in your mind or your head. So if you're constantly telling yourself something negative, meaning I can't do this because there are no good men out there, I'm working a job, I won't be able to start my business, or I'm not going to be able to raise my kids because they're totally out of control. Whatever story that you're telling yourself, that is what is showing up in your life. So yesterday's assignment was for you to write down, to identify the story that you're telling yourself, because you can never change anything that you do not confront. So you have to confront it in order to change it. So if you did not do your homework on yesterday or your action assignment, stop the video right now. Go back to day number 4 to do your action assignment, because that is the foundation for everything that we're doing moving forward. So each one of our 21 days, it builds on top of the other. So it's important that you do the work as we go through. Okay, so now that we understand what our personal story is, whether it's good or whether it needs to change, now we can start doing the work. Okay, so make sure that you have identified your personal story. So day number 5 is all about forgiveness. It's all about forgiving, and it's about forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And the reason why it's so important to forgive is because it frees you, it heals you emotionally in order to be moved forward. Forgiveness is kind of like this. Close your fist, okay? If you look at my fist and it's closed, nothing can get in and nothing can go out. This is what our life looks like if we are walking in forgiveness. Nothing's coming in, nothing's going out. Nothing that we really want, right? Because when we're in unforgiveness, we're angry, we're mad, we're upset, we're in victim mode. And when you're in victim mode, woe it's me, I'm having a pity party, I'm going to invite everybody along with me, you're going to be stuck. And misery loves company. So when you're in unforgiveness, that's when you are attracting other people in your life that are in unforgiveness, that are miserable, that are stuck. We don't want you to be there. We want you to get out of it. So instead of having your closed fist like this, when you open it up, that's freedom right there. That allows things to come in, that allows things to go out, that allows you to be in the flow. So let's talk about the 5 steps in forgiving yourself and forgiving others. The first thing is you have to understand that forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for your own healing from past disappointments, from trauma, from anything that has happened to you. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. A lot of people think that when you forgive that you're being weak. When you forgive that the other person wins. I remember I was talking with one of my clients, and we were in one of our coaching sessions, and we were going through all of the people in her life that she needed to forgive. And so one of them was her ex-husband. He had an affair, and they ended up getting a divorce, and she was holding this unforgiveness. It was preventing her from moving forward in her business, in her relationships, because she was so consumed about it. And her ex-husband had gone on, gotten remarried, had other kids, and was successful. And so the unforgiveness wasn't hurting him, it was hurting her. So same thing in whatever kind of relationship you go through. I had another client. She had been in business with a business partner, and it went sour. And so the business partner had gone on, gotten in business with somebody else, was doing well, and she was stuck because she couldn't move forward. So I don't want that for any of you. So again, we don't want the closed fist. We want to open it up so things can get in and get out. So the first step in forgiveness is understanding that forgiveness is for you, for your healing, and not for somebody else. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong, and it empowers you to move forward in your own life. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 in forgiveness is that you have to make a quality decision to forgive. It is a decision. You cannot wait until you feel like forgiving in order to forgive, because that's probably never going to happen. You have to make a decision that I am going to forgive. Now, forgiving does not mean that you forget. Forgiving just means that you let go of the emotions, the toxicity that you have, and then you make a quality decision to forgive. It is a decision. Do not wait until you feel like doing it, because it will not happen. Step number 3 is you have to pray and seek God and not seek revenge. A lot of times when something happens to us, we automatically go into reactive mode. We become defensive. Oh, you did this for me? Okay, now I'm going to do this for you. Oh, you want to treat me like that? You want to talk to me like that? Oh, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to hold a grudge forever, and I'm going to make you pay. So what we don't understand and we don't realize is, even though we're responding to somebody else, we are still sowing a seed. And so whatever seed that we sow, we're going to reap a harvest for it, either good or bad. So if we're retaliating against somebody because they did something to us, we're going to have to reap that seed, or we're going to have to reap that harvest for the seed that we sowed. Okay. So even if somebody has done something to you that you do not feel like it is, good for you, or you feel like they violated you, or they lost trust in you, do not retaliate, because that seed that you're sowing is going to come back in your life as a harvest. So with my client, and I told her, I said, you have to not retaliate. Okay, guys? If you walk away with one thing from this video, hopefully you're going to walk away with some good stuff now, because I'm pouring it out to you. I'm giving you everything that I have. But if you walk away from one nugget in this, do not retaliate, guys. Okay? So that is the next step. You have to first you got to understand that forgiveness is for you. 2, you have to make a quality decision to forgive. 3, you're going to have to seek God and not retaliate, because whatever seeds you're sowing, you're going to reap a harvest for them. Number 4, you have to tune into your emotions. You have to let your emotions flow. So when you forgive, it's not, I'm forgetting what happened, I'm not thinking about it. No, check in with your emotions to figure out what's going on. Are you disappointed? Are you hurt? Do you feel like you're violated? Has trust been lost? Check in with yourself, understand what those emotions are, and process them. Go through the process of forgiving. A lot of times when we're going through the process of forgiving, we have to go through a grieving process. A lot of people think that grieving is just for losing someone. No, grieving is for if you lost something in your life, if you've lost something. Like when you go through a divorce, I mean, my gosh, you guys were connected and it's like you're being ripped apart. So you got to go through that process of grieving. If you lost a job, or you lost a big client, or you lost a friendship, or you lost the way that you were living, like one day you're living high and mighty, making six figures and all that, your job gets downsized, now you have to adjust to a new life. You have to grieve that process. Okay, so grieve whatever you're going through, go through your emotions as far as forgiving, and then go through the process of being able to forgive. And the last and final step for number 5 for forgiving is to learn the lesson. Okay, when you go through something, and I'll teach this later on in the videos when we talk about failing forward and when we talk about fear and we talk about all of those things. So fail is your first attempt in learning. So when you go through something and you have to forgive, learn the lesson. Learn the lesson. Why did this happen? What am I supposed to learn in this, right? So instead of saying, why me, why me, why me, learn the lesson. So now, next time when the situation shows up in your life, you'll be able to handle it so differently and your results will be different. Okay, guys? So the 5 steps that we had in forgiving, just to do a recap, is you've got to understand that forgiveness is for you, for your own healing. Okay? Because when your fist is closed, nothing's able to get in or get out, so open your fist. Number 2, forgiveness is about making a quality decision to forgive, not seeking revenge, okay? Because you have to remember that the seeds that you sow, you're going to reap a harvest. Number 3, you got to allow your emotions to flow. Grieve if you need to grieve. Number 4, you got to learn the lesson, process your emotions, and then go through the process of forgiveness. So, hey Takia, how are you? So your action assignment for day number 5 of the 21 day challenge to living your authentic life is to sit down and figure out who you need to forgive in your life. And most of the times, the number 1 person on the list is yourself. You have to forgive yourself for bad decisions that you made, bad relationships that you're in, not being in the place that you wanted to be in. Forgive yourself. So yesterday when we walked through writing our personal story, those things in there that you didn't like, go through and forgive yourself for those things, because forgiving is releasing, is leaving that emotional baggage behind. So now when we're moving forward and we're identifying and discovering what our purpose is and we're walking in our greatness, we don't have that emotional baggage behind us. In our relationship, a lot of us are treating our mate based on who we were in relationship previously. We're projecting onto them those unresolved feelings that we've had in the past in that previous relationship. Even in our business or in our career, we're projecting failures that we've had before onto that current situation. So today, let's get rid of that emotional baggage. Let's release it. Let's forgive ourselves. And let's start walking in our new purpose and our new destiny, free from this emotional baggage. So let me explain that this is a process. It's not a one-time event. Even as you're going through the assignment today, it's not that you're going to write down everything. You're going to instantly forgive people and, you're going to be able to just move on tomorrow with the next assignment. No, it's a process. But what this does is it helps you to understand the people that you need to forgive so you can start working on it. And when you start praying and asking God to help you to forgive and not to seek revenge, in the beginning, you may not feel like forgiving. But as you continue to pray, as you continue to seek God in it, then that genuine forgiveness comes. So your assignment for today is to write down all of the people that you need to forgive, including yourself. Actually, it's 3 things. So number 1, write down all the people that you need to forgive, including yourself. Number 2, write down why you need to forgive them. And then number 3, write down the steps that you need to take in order to forgive. All right, guys. So listen to this. Do not skip over this assignment because it's important for your growth. And remember, every day builds on to the other. So number 1, write down all of the people that you need to forgive, including yourself. Number 2, write down why you need to forgive them. And then number 3, write down what your process is going to be in forgiving them. And oftentimes we need help going through this process because sometimes we get stuck in our mind. So if you have a friend that you can speak to that can hold you accountable and can help you through this process that you trust, if you need them, pull them in. If you need my support and you need me to help you and to coach you through this, then please reach out to me. I also have an Inner Woman Circle program that walks you through everything that we're talking about here today. So take a look at that if that is for you at TReneeSmith.com/inner circle. That's TReneeSmith.com/inner circle. So whatever support that you need, get it, and let's go through the process. So yay! We are making it through, guys. We're dealing with some tough stuff. Now it's going to get lighter as we go through the challenge. But in the beginning, we have to deal with some tough stuff. So today is day number 5 of the 21-day challenge, which is talking about forgiveness, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. So make sure you do your action assignment. And if you've not registered for the challenge, you can do that at TReneeSmith.com/authentic, TReneeSmith.com/authentic. And remember that you're great. And I always like to tell you, because I feel like when I'm giving you this information, I'm pouring a lot on you, but I always like to leave you on the upside. You are great, and there is greatness on the inside of you. And I always say this: somebody is waiting on you to walk into your purpose, to walk into your greatness, to free yourself from insecurities, to free yourself from fear and doubt and guilt that you have, to free yourself so you can walk in your purpose. So that gives them the permission to walk into their purpose. So over these 21 days, we're shedding all of this baggage, shedding all of this negative mindset. So as you're stepping into a new year, a new day, a new month, that you're doing it on purpose and you're doing it in confidence and boldness, asking for what you want and going after it. So let me just assure you and make this promise to you. If you do the work over these next 21 days, at the end of it, you're going to look totally different than what you look now. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey. Again, I am T. Renee Smith, founder of the Authentic Woman's Inner Circle, where we teach you how to overcome fear and self-defeating beliefs so you can live your authentic life and build a profitable business. I'll see you right back here tomorrow for your challenge. Bye-bye, guys.